Hey, bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your bush today.
AP News. I'm Ed Donahue. Speaker Mike Johnson is calling the House into session tomorrow after the Senate passed a bill that could end a government shutdown. He called a recess to the House nearly 2 months ago. Britain's government is rallying to the defense of the BBC after allegations of bias from its critics and the threat of a lawsuit from President Trump over the way the broadcaster edited a speech he made after losing the 2020 presidential election. Lisa Nandy is the UK Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport.
There is a fundamental difference between raising serious concerns over editorial failings and members of this House launching a sustained attack on the institution itself. Because the BBC is not just a broadcaster. It is a national institution that belongs to us all.
A lawyer for the president is demanding a retraction, apology, and compensation from the broadcaster over the allegedly defamatory sequence in a documentary broadcast last year. Dozens of masked Israeli settlers attacked a pair of Palestinian villages in the northern West Bank, setting fire to vehicles and other property before clashing with Israeli soldiers sent to halt the rampage. Record low temperatures are shocking the southeast, while snowfall blankets parts of the northeast. Scott Kleebauer at the National Weather Service says it's cold in some places that don't usually get a chill.
Our greatest departure that we've seen for a record was actually the Lakeland Regional Airport down in Florida. Their records go back to 1948, and they were at 36 this morning, and the old daily record was 44 back in 1996. So actually beating it by a whole 8 degrees.
Iguanas begin to freeze and fall from trees when temperatures dip to 40 degrees in the south. Snow is on the ground in parts of West Virginia. The White House says it's considering a 50-year mortgage to address the home affordability crisis. Critics argue it won't solve issues like supply shortages and high interest rates. More information at apnews.com. This is AP News. Sally Kirkland, a one-time model who became a regular on stage, film, and TV, best known for sharing the screen with Paul Newman and Robert Redford in The Sting, and her Oscar-nominated role in the 1987 movie Anna, has died. She was 84. Kirkland spoke to the AP in 2002 at Liza Minnelli's wedding.
This is Sally Kirkland in New York for the first time in ages, and Liza and David are the most amazing couple.
What about Michael Jackson? I heard.
Michael Jackson was carrying her train for a while, and then he looked like he was feeling a little awkward, so Marissa Berenson came running in and took it away from him. Michael Jackson was great.
Her representative says Kirkland died this morning at a Palm Springs hospice. Her biggest role, 1987's Anna, as a fading Czech movie star, remaking her life in the U.S. and mentoring a young actor. Kirkland won a Golden Globe and earned an Oscar nomination for that role. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days. The rhythm and soul in so many ways. Together we rise through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes all around. Everything feels right. Brad on the show, bringing joy to our day. Into the Marianas breeze, let the worries drift away. Yeah, that was the air. Connection grows stronger. We show that we care. Rock on, feel the soulful flow. Look right on in Mariana, that's where you belong. The sweet island breeze and the ocean's embrace. Brad's got the stories, sunlight behave. Southside meditated, fall in this ride. Yeah, we're shining with love as our guide. So raise your voices high, let the music play on. Good morning, Marianas, we're where you belong.
Good morning, Marianas. Holy cow, it is hump day. Can you believe it? How did we get here? It is such a weird thing. Today is Wednesday. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like a Monday all over again because we just had that midweek holiday. And It's a tough adjustment. I got to say it. I felt like yesterday when I came home after the 5K, the Veterans Day 5K, and I'm like, man, why is everything set up for a Tuesday when it really feels like a Saturday? It was totally a Saturday yesterday. Not a real one, but just in the old brain. It felt like a Saturday for sure. And today feels like a Monday after having such a great day. What a great day it was yesterday out there at American Memorial Park for Veterans Day. Hats off to the folks from the Veterans Affairs Office, Kimberly King Hines' office, American Memorial Park, the governor's office, and everybody who helped put all that stuff together, including the folks over at Project Buddy Check 670, because wow, what a great family fun day it was yesterday. If you guys didn't show up, you definitely missed out. All the resources that were out there, all those agencies who their day off typically became a day of service to them, to the veteran community. Just outstanding. All the vendors who came out. Again, there was no money exchange in hands yesterday. It was all free to all the veterans and all that stuff. And boy, what a great day. Probably my favorite Veterans Day since I started, really taking part in any Veterans Day activities here in the Marianas. And I want to say thanks to everybody for that. It was outstanding. It was the best one. Well, anyway, we got a lot of stuff to get to today, and why not get you where you need to go first, too, because we want to make sure that you get there on the roads in the easiest way possible. So let's do that. Let's get you guys on the road and where you're going, and let you know what's happening with traffic everywhere you're heading today. That's a look right now. That's a live look over there at Shell Dandan. Now you can see there's just a little bit of traffic backing up all the way to that Dajon Road, the Dajon Drive, which is that little creep road behind Jota and Dandan. Not too bad, looking pretty good. As we pull back, we'll go around by the colleges, looking okay. Let's head over down by the intersection that matters, where connections matter, IT&E. Boy, if you are coming south on Middle Road toward CMG, it is going to be a little while. You know how that is, how it gets congested and all of a sudden it's there for a long time. Well, right now it's the there for a long time look, and you're going to be waiting for a little while. It's backed up all the way to I Love Saipan. And when you get over to the old AK intersection, woo, man, Triple J, they are taking that old AK apart. If you look behind those blue partitions, they are already removing the windows. They're going to town on the old dealership, and can't wait to see what they end up doing over there. That'll be exciting. All right, well, there's a little traffic over there behind us, and but pretty much cars are moving behind our window really quickly, so it's not that bad. We're going to zip down into CK, and you can see there's some traffic making its way up to the light for Mount Carmel. Not too shabby, but really you're getting it all the way from Aquarius Beach Tower up to Mount Carmel. There's going to be a bunch of cars there. Over there in Chalumpiao, folks are trying to get their kids over there to Hopwood as well. A lot of traffic in every direction. You can see there's some traffic backed up all the way past Texas Road along Route 32, coming down from Guangdong Hardware, which actually looks pretty good, that main road. Some traffic over there in Eslito by SIS as well, as parents try to get down to Eslito Drive and drop those kids off to school. How about over there at San Vicente? No, the Canaries are already in their nests and getting ready for classes. Let's pull back a little bit more and take a look at what's going on. Cagman looking pretty good as we go all the way to Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico is looking cherry strawberry. That's right, LJ. And over there by the tennis courts / pickleball courts, it's looking mighty fine too. Just a little congestion. As we get our way through Garapan, though, it's definitely starting to pick up as we get later in the morning in both directions over there by the Garapan Central Park, but not as bad as you would think. Where you are getting traffic, though, over there by Gualo Rye intersection, by the light by the courthouse. Got folks in both directions. When you get down to Quartermaster Road, that's where you really start to see it for folks who are heading north. It's a slow go all the way up the hill once you get past DHL, and then all the way back to Geez, that was a sneeze. Once you get all the way back to IT&E, dispensa on that one. had to let loose a sneeze of thunder and justice. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of traffic on the road right now, but it's moving along pretty well. People still having a good time. And, you don't have to worry about traffic at all if you hop on the Blue Line with the folks at Transit CNMI. Transit CNMI is an award-winning public transportation system. They are number one in the nation for this size of a market, and you can get on there for just $2 a day along the Blue Line. The Blue Line takes you everywhere you need to go, from Tocqueville to the Paseo and everywhere in between. It's great for students, veterans, active duty, military, senior citizens, and individuals with disabilities, because for them it's only $1. $1. And this month is even better because all active duty, military, or veterans, reservists, guardsmen, coasties, you name it, and your immediate family, you get to go for free. That's right, free 99. It costs you no dollars and no cents. And that's going to be all between 6:30 in the morning and 8:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Weekends and holidays, 6:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. Be sure you pay an exact change, because they are transporters of people to destinations, not cash registers. If you want more information from Transit CNMI, give them a call at 236-2682, 236-2682. And, if you hop on, you can actually see where the buses are right now. You can see that one's headed south along Beach Road by Mount Carmel. One's head north in the opposite direction in the same area. And they've got a couple of extra ones out there on the course just in case something goes down with one of those vehicles, so that they can be ready to spring into action, so you don't have to wait for them to get all the way there from lower base. It's Transit CNMI. It is great. By the way, they have air conditioning, they have comfortable seats, modern buses, and they even have free Wi-Fi. So you can check your message, cram for that test, or you can get that presentation ready as you're making your way to the other office. Not bad at all. It's Transit CNMI, the award-winning transportation system here in the Marianas.
Christmas from Bud Light to you. Buy a pack here at home, win big prizes too. Gather your friends, the season is here. It's the 12 acts of Christmas from Bud Light.
The 12 weeks of cheers are on. Purchase any 12-pack of Bud Light, Budweiser, or Michelob Ultra cans now through December 19th for your chance to win a trip for two to watch your favorite NFL team live, plus weekly prizes. Details at currentcnmi.com.
Nina's Kitchen, so delicious. I need a burger and a soda.
Right? Have you made your lunch plans yet? Is it for Ina's Kitchen? My goodness. Well, if it's not, you should really rethink your plans. Ina's Kitchen has some great lunch specials going on over there at the bottom of Capitol Hill in Sodal-Dossi. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't even matter what the lunch special is. Just order it. It's a great deal. It's $8.50. Includes the main dish with a couple of sides and a bottle of water. You can take it there or to go, and boy, you will not be disappointed if you go to Ina's Kitchen. You'll love it. If you haven't tried it yet, go in there. Even better if you give them a little heads up in advance that you're coming. But they will make it ready for you, and they've got so many different things, from burgers to things that are a little bit more healthy. Oh, and if you got a little extra room going on, you got to try their corn chowder. Their corn chowder is amazing. I am a monster fan of that stuff. It is so good, and it's only an extra $5. The same with the chili. I mean, they've got the great deals over there. If you're not going there, you're definitely cheating yourself. All right, guys, let's start talking about some of the things that are happening here in the Marianas. Again, yesterday was a massive day for veterans and their families at the Veterans Family Fun Day. Started with a great ceremony at the American Memorial Park. The folks over at American Memorial Park are, of course, part of that federal government shutdown, but they were still there and making sure that we were able to enjoy the holiday. Saipan Pacific Winds out there playing the music. And really taking the event to another level, so much higher. It's so great to listen to them when they play all the medleys and everything they put it together. It's just outstanding, and it's wonderful to see them. And then you've got all the folks from all the different agencies here. All the elected leaders are out there as well. You've got the keynote speaker. Well, we heard the remarks from the executive officer for the Veterans Affairs, Jose Crisosimo. We got to hear from our governor again, which was great. And then we had our keynote speaker, who was Congresswoman Kimberly King-Hines, who was here with us on Monday. And then she was out there. And that was after she had done the 5K in the morning with Run Saipan, hosting a great 5K yesterday, and it was free to all veterans. And the veterans actually got a different colored shirt than the regular race participants. And we got that because of Hong Yi Corporation providing all the shirts for all the entrants that went out there. So just outstanding. And it was great to see everybody out there to start the day with that 5K. It smoked my bags. I ended up carrying a ruck on the way back. I traded off with Harley Airy. And it wasn't the heaviest ruck, but it's more than not having a ruck. And so that was, but it was kind of cool to do it. I haven't humped a ruck for 30 years, right? And to be out there, and those new ones are so much nicer. Those the frames are lighter, the pads are bigger, the straps are wider. Like everything about those new rucksacks. Oh God, it's got to be so much better to be an infantryman these days, unless you're in different parts of the world. But at least for the load that you got to carry, it's pretty good. Anyway. Kimberly King-Hines delivered the keynote speech over there, and it was wonderful. And then she had a lot to do with of organizing the sponsors or the community partners for Family Fun Day as well, her office, and all the different local government agencies and non-government agencies who were there to be resources for all the veterans who were out there celebrating with their families, but they were able to just walk over and get all these great resources. And again, it's an opportunity that is not common to have all those kind of folks in the same place. And it really was a benefit to everybody who was out there. But I'll tell you, the folks from Project Buddy Check, they were doing a whole lot more of working out there. I think a lot of the officers for sure. One of the hardest working men in show business, Anthony Demapon, was out there. Man, that guy, I think he logged about 1 million steps if he was tracking on his watch yesterday, going from place to place and sweating all over the place and feeling it. It was a hot day. The weather was great. But it was a labor of love for him for sure. He wasn't the only one. A lot of the other officers out there doing that. And it was a great opportunity to thank some of the folks who are really influential with and supportive of the organization. We got a certificates that went out to Congresswoman Kimberly King-Hines, former Congressman Gregorio Killy-Sablan, Jerry Tan, and for all the support that he's given to Project Buddy Check and to the community as a whole. And Catherine Atau-Tovez, my goodness, this angel of a lady, has been such a big part of so many organizations, whether it's soccer as a coach or as a manager of a club or as a member of the FA. Or as a member of the Tan Holdings family, which is a part of all these things, which she also does this for all these sports. And then she also does this for Project Buddy Check, mentoring all these guys and helping them along the way too. And Jerry Tan, so yesterday, we had some leftover stuff from the golf tournament that we were going to raffle off. Jerry Tan heard about it, and then he ended up donating another 44 gifts that were given away. We're talking about, there was like one-night stays over at Crown with breakfast, all these gift certificates for Shirley's, tons of gift certificates for free shoes over at Skechers. And then we also had some of the stuff that we had left over from Lala with the night stay and rounds of golf. And then he also had, Jerry got a whole bunch of T-shirts made up for Project Buddy Check 670 that we were able to raffle off to folks yesterday too. So it was great. And the raffle tickets didn't cost any money. Every veteran ended up getting raffle tickets. As part of when you would check in, you would sign in with the registration thing, get your red wristband for veterans, green wristband for the family members. And it was great. It was a lot of fun to see everybody win and all that. And we had some good music and some great activities out there for the kiddos. The dunking booth from the Bridge Capitol was awesome. That was so much fun. And what I really loved about that, too, is watching the kids take over to organize that, too. They were helping the other kids play in it. So they would take turns, sitting on the bench that you got for the dunking booth. And then the other kids would end up picking up those balls and handing them to the other kids to throw them. It was a full day. It was wonderful. And so hats off to all you guys who had a part in it. From the 5K to the ceremony to the event just wonderful day. You know, it was so impactful to listen to the speech from the event chairman, Anthony Demopon. You know, he's normally a man of few words, right? I mean, he's more mission oriented, getting stuff done and helping people out. And this is a guy who would fight for you for anything. Well, he talked about like his passion behind Project Buddy Check and why he did it. And what rang true to him was when they got together and he's like, you know, we only see each other at funerals, man. We got to do something about this while we still can, while we're still here. And in his message, he's like, and that rang true to me. And that's my commitment to our organization. And that's what I'm going to do. Man, how do you not love somebody like that? You know, it was just a great mission, a great event, a great organization. And yeah, I'm glad to be a part of it, and I'm happy that I got to be there. So well done, fellas and ladies, for putting it together and getting it all organized and all that. It really was something special for our Commonwealth. And I know there were events happening in Tinian. In fact, one of our members went over to Tinian, Commonwealth Bureau of Military Affairs Director Ed Camacho. When he flew back from Tinian, he made it over to the event too. So Tinian had a great event. I saw some of the photos and some of the videos. It looked great. I didn't get to see the stuff from Rhoda, but I've been a part of it. In Rhoda a few years ago, I got to be there for their Veterans Day ceremony, and it was really wonderful. So hats off, pats on the back all around for all you guys. It really was something special and something that everybody felt pretty good about it. It was a happy day for everyone. All right, speaking of happy days may be coming our way again as it looks like the Senate has passed the vote on the federal side to end the government shutdown. It goes now to the House, so they're going to be working on that today. And it didn't have a great day when they arrived to the House. I guess it was a bit unruly as everyone got in there. So we'll see how this goes down in the House as we follow all this stuff. Excuse me. And hopefully that'll take care of all the funding woes that we've had. Last week, you know, we watched as an emergency session was declared locally as the House of Representatives unanimously. That's everybody, every party, every island, you name it, approved to get us to fund NAP here locally, at least 65% of it worth, and you know, with that extra $1 million. And now we're waiting on the Senate. The Senate, we reached out to them. And they said, well, we've got a session on Friday, and we don't agree with everything that the House passed, so we're going to see if we can't figure everything out by the time Friday rolls around in the session and push it through. So there's negotiations going on right now. At least they're trying to rework some of the stuff from the House side, and then hopefully we'll hear what the Senate has to do with it. In the meantime, it does kind of suck that you got to wait for a decision on that. You know, the House went ahead, filed an emergency meeting to deal with it. You know, my take on it is, well, at least they're working on it. But I feel like it's kind of empty when, you know, you go through the whole weekend, you have events going on, and you got barbecues and everything like that. Well, again, there's still people who have not received any benefits yet. You know, it's only another couple days. Well, you can tell that to folks who don't have anything, right? You tell that to the folks from the business community who are organizing events that are collecting food and then distributing it. And, you know, it just feels like there's no emergency for some folks out there, and that doesn't seem very fair. I'm not saying any names in particular because, again, it's not fair, but as a collective body, I don't think you can say that it's an unfair portrayal of what appears to the general community of a lack of urgency if you're going to wait like an extra week after the House. It's not like the House versus the Senate, but if the House calls an emergency session, excuse me, to put something through on a Friday late, they get it done, and the answer is, well, we'll get to it in a week's time. It doesn't mean that they're not going to have things figured out, but again, they didn't put anything out. They weren't saying, hey, we don't agree with this, this, and this. We're going to change it. They come back to the House because whatever there is that they're going to change, you know, it's going to end up going back to the House, and it basically becomes a game of ping pong where you're waiting on this stuff, where some people seem like it matters and there is urgency, and other folks, it just seems like, well, we've got time to deal with it. Yes, we know it's important. We'll just pay it some lip service and we'll go from there. I don't know how you can go through a weekend and not do that. You can call an emergency session and deal with that. So that's it. That's a real quick take on that. While we wait to see what happens on the local side, hopefully they won't wait till Friday. Hopefully we'll hear something sooner on that. But we'll end up receiving an email saying, "Hey, we've got a new session, so get ready for it." Well, we have not gotten that yet. Although we do know that they were doing all kinds of other sessions and stuff like that, that they're doing a change of venue for some of the hearings. And so it's not like the Senate's not getting together at all. They are actually getting together for a public hearing on Friday in Tinian. So that's what they're going to be doing with the EAGI. So here's their... In fact, we can open that up for you. What they've got on tap, it's a public hearing for the board of directors for CETA. Ray Dela Cruz, is this the same former mayor, the guy who was on the casino commission? They're appointing him, or at least they're going to be doing a public hearing for him to become a member of the CETA, Commonwealth Executive or Economic Development Authority. Then again, they're going to introduce the appointee, administer the oath, give the opening statement, witness to provide testimony, not tetanus. That's not going to happen. No shots happening. Maybe that'll be afterwards. Then they're going to open up for the public. And it's all going to be in Tinian, which, by the way, a real quick, not maybe popular for the folks in Rhoda and Tinian, but I feel like in a time when we have an economic issue, when we have a funding issue, when we're in austerity, doesn't it seem improper to have the session over there in Tinian? Because all you're doing, everybody's spending money to fly over there and to stay over there and all that. And it's not that I don't think it's important for people to show face. I think that's good. And like, I'm trying to think of any of the any of the arguments that people would have about why you have to have Senate sessions and hearings in Tinian and in Rhoda. It's not that I don't value it, because I do. But the thing is, it's not that, like, when you think about the United States, they also have a bicameral legislature. They don't take their show on the road. They do all their stuff in Washington, D.C. They're not like, well, let's go to Pennsylvania this month. Well, let's do that, because why? It's a lot to move everybody, and it's a big deal. For this one, same thing. We are spending money that we don't have right now, and we're going to do that for something that can be done here. We're already paying for those folks to live here and do their business here. Why do we take that show on the road, especially at a time right now when we don't have the money for that kind of stuff? We don't. Oh, we can use... No. It makes no sense. You got to move the legislative bureau over. You got to do everything over. Why do you do it? It doesn't make sense. You should stop that. Period. Like, it makes no sense. You don't have any money to spend on this stuff. Don't be ridiculous with this. You're spending enough money on this trip to fund somebody at least one job for a whole year. Right? That's how much you're spending on all this travel, on all these per diems for everybody. You're spending enough money for one person's salary. And that's just this trip. How many more do they have for the rest of the year? Not just this year, but like throughout a full year. It doesn't make any sense. Don't do it at all. It doesn't make sense. I know they do it. I know there's a reason before it, but you can't really say that it makes sense right now, because it doesn't. It just, financially speaking, it doesn't make sense. Anyhow, fantastic. Appreciate all that. I'm looking at the distribution list. Still has the Saipan Tribune on there. So that's terrific that they're getting it. Fantastic. Anyhow, that's what we got for this first early bird session here. We do have more for you throughout the day. We're going to talk more about some of the other topics that are burning up the headlines for us here in the Marianas. So we're going to talk some of the national stuff too. And, we do have great stuff happening as well. It's not all negative Nancy stuff here in the CNMI. We actually have some real good stuff. But let's get the latest from the AP, because we're following all these national stories to find out when the shutdown is officially done.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. Still waiting for word from the Supreme Court whether the Trump administration must start complying with lower court orders that require full payments in the SNAP food aid program. At a Veterans Day ceremony, President Trump acknowledged Republican leaders' efforts in ratifying a deal with a small group of Senate Democrats to get the federal government reopened.
Congratulations to you and to John and to everybody on a very big victory. We're opening up our country. Should have never been closed. Should have never been closed.
Despite last night's Senate vote, the shutdown continues until the House approves the measure. There's still no timeline on when flight cuts will ease. Airlines have canceled more than 9,000 since the FAA ordered a 10% reduction in air traffic to cope with short staffing in control towers. 1,200 flights canceled today. The southeast is seeing record low temperatures while there's snow in the northeast. Hai Panchwani has details.
Record low temperatures are affecting 18 million people under a freeze warning across Alabama, Florida, and Georgia. National Weather Service meteorologist Scott Kleebauer says an area in Florida shattered its record low temperatures this morning.
Our greatest departure that we've seen for a record was actually the Lakeland Regional Airport down in Florida. Their records go back to 1948, and they were at 36 this morning, and the old daily record was 44 back in 1996. So actually beating it by a whole 8 degrees.
The cold spell moved from the northern plains and brought an abrupt transition to wintry temperatures. Meanwhile, parts of the Great Lakes and Northeast experienced significant snowfall, making it difficult to drive. Forecasters expect temperatures to rise by the end of the week. I'm Haya Panjwani.
On Wall Street, the Dow rallied 550 points, or 1.2%, to reach a new closing high. The S&P added 0.2%, but the Nasdaq dipped 0.3%, amid concerns stocks caught up in the AI frenzy may have become too expensive. This is AP News. The 11th day of the 11th month is Veterans Day. Ed Donahue reports President Trump marked it with a traditional visit.
On a cold Veterans Day, President Trump laid a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknowns at Arlington National Cemetery. He paid tribute to those who have fought for their country.
Everything we have, everything our country has achieved has been purchased by the muscle, spine, and steel of the United States military. We owe it all to the fierce and noble men and women of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Space Force, Coast Guard, and the United States Marines.
The president says Americans don't quit, never surrender.
Today is not only Veterans Day, but it's my proclamation that we are now going to be saying and calling Victory Day for World War I.
I'm Ed Donahue.
There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thank you for listening.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
It's the 12 packs of Christmas from Bud Light to you. Buy a pack here at home, win big prizes too. Gather your friends, the season is here. It's the 12 packs of Christmas from Bud Light.
The 12 weeks of cheers are on. Purchase any 12-pack of Bud Light, Budweiser, or Michelob Ultra cans now through December 19th for your chance to win a trip for two to watch your favorite NFL team live, plus weekly prizes. Details at currentcnmi.com.
Hey, bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold Bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive Bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your bush today.
Yeah, I know. You can only listen to it 1,000 times before it starts to get old, right? Hey, good morning, Marianas. It is 8:15 out here in a sunny Saipan. It is very nice. I'm a big fan of sunny Saipan. It is the one I like the best. Of all the versions of Saipan, sunny Saipan is the one that is the one for me. We've got a lot happening out here. Oh, you know, this is one of the things that I don't want to get too far away from your thoughts here. This is something that's happening right now at Laddie Built all month. Just because we mentioned it last week, it doesn't mean it's over. This is all month long. Donation drive for Laddie Built. You can bring food and non-perishable stuff. And if you bring 4 of them, you're going to be able to get a full workout. Like, you can work out for the day. Pretty awesome. The other thing is, though, this is the important part. They are doing this for the collection stuff. It's just for folks who really need it. Not like you think you need it, or maybe I should. No, this is for folks who are on that line. It's not a big company that's stocking up all this stuff. They are doing this to make sure that people who really legit need this right now, like, crap, man, I don't know how I'm going to be able to pay. Like, that's what this is for. But they're exchanging that food that you are dropping off with a day of working out. So that's a great deal. You can literally work out all month just by dropping off 4 cans or 4 food items a day over there at Laddiebill 24-Hour Fitness. If you were wondering, like, what's it going to take to get you in the gym? Oh, I don't have any money. Guaranteed you got some cans of food laying around and stacked up in the old pantry, and you could get that. And you'll be happy doing it, too. You'll feel good about giving to somebody who can really use it and getting yourself your workout over there at Laddiebill. Where's Laddiebill? Really easy. Just drive down this road over here in CK on Beach Road. You just look for the tallest building in CK. That's the Aquarius Beach Tower. Just below it, nice gray building with gray parking right out in front. That's Laddiebill 24-Hour Fitness. It's a great spot, great folks, and you should get in there and check it out. I'm going in there today because I've got a birthday smoothie that I get, a protein drink that they're going to make for me over there. So that's one of the cool things of being a member. You end up getting an email about that. Yesterday, they were giving free protein drinks to the veterans out there as well. Just great stuff. There's different folks in the community who do different things for the veterans, but they were one of them who definitely did it. And they're always folks who are supporting veterans because they're a veteran-owned business. Derek is one of those guys serving the country and serving our community at the same time. So don't forget this. They're still accepting folks if you've got stuff. If you have something, if you're able to, drop something like that off, it's going to go directly into the hands of some folks who could really use it. And you'll feel great about it in so many different ways. So there you go on that one. All right, folks. Not the only thing that's happening here in the Marianas as we're trying to get over that hump with regards to our food stuff. My gosh, yes, I just saw. I've been missing the comments here for a little bit, but Louisa just sent me a great reminder. There is stuff happening with our Little League. Hold on. Let me go. Let me find you, Louisa. Just one second. Boom, boom, boom. Louisa, MVP. There we go. Yes. Okay. So this is the 22nd. So it's now on the 22nd. We can put that on the share screen here. Can we just save this? Yeah, we're doing it in real time. Sound like a plan? All right. Hold on. Boom. And we'll get that on the screen for you right now. Boom. And there you go. Louisa, this is a hot lunch fundraiser. This is for the U15 team that's going to be heading off to Guam. And they're going to be, it's the qualifiers for the World Baseball Softball Oceania qualifiers. And that's going to be a big deal. They're going to be doing this hot lunch. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be on November 22nd. You got to pick it up at Oh My Grill on Beach Road. And they have delivery, but the delivery is only if you're getting a whole bunch of them. If you're getting like 10 or more plates, they can do the delivery. They can't deliver each single one, so you just got to go and pick it up over there at Oh My Grill. Hot lunch fundraiser. And if you haven't eaten at Oh My Grill, oh my God, what are you? Oh, jeez, you're missing out. Red rice, smoked pork, fried chicken, and mac salad. $12. Best lunch ever. Because you're also supporting Little Leaguers who are going to go represent the Marianas, playing our sport against some of the best. Again, it's the qualifiers for the U15 World Baseball Softball Championship Confederation, World Baseball Softball Confederation, Oceania. And those are the folks who, when we were, there's another one? All right, hold on, I'll get that one out there too. There's another meeting. Thank you, Louisa. She's like, no, not that one, although she probably likes this one too. We'll get the other one on right now. The other one is that there's a coaches and managers meeting on November 21st. We're going to end up posting these on the website and on our social media channels. So if you're not going to be able to catch them right now, don't worry. We're going to get that for you. Hold on. The next one is... Oh yeah, I know. Here, let's. I just need to resize it though, so it's like realistic, so you can actually see it. There you go. Coaches and managers meeting for Little League, Saipan Little League. You can actually email them as well, saipanlittleLeague@gmail.com. And they also have social media channels too, so you can check it out. Yeah, I just saw you talk about on November 22nd. November 21st, 5:30 p.m. at a gym office. You can check them out on their social media channels, Saipan Little League. Facebook and Instagram. That's going to be happening. So already prepping for the next Little League season that'll be coming up. Exciting stuff ahead for the Little League. So that's 5:30 on the 21st. Good stuff. There you go. You're welcome. And hey, we're going to be posting them on the main page too. So it won't just be that. It won't just be here on the show, although this does help, right? But we'll make sure we have it on there. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. You know, we have so much stuff going on in the Marianas. We had our Miss Northern Marianas Earth came back yesterday. And I'll tell you, I would have loved to have been there at the airport with everybody who was there welcoming her back from the Philippines. Just doing that 5K, and then I was done. You guys didn't want me to show up. The sweaty guy who finished the 5K and hung around with his friends, juxtaposed against the backdrop of our Miss Earth coming out of the arrivals area. It would not have been a good fit. But I know that there were a lot of folks for the Miss Northern Marianas Descent pageant who were there, who welcomed her back. So that was pretty cool too. And speaking of Miss Northern Marianas Descent, you know, there's so many of these organizations and so many of these like these pageants. You know, it seems like that kind of went away for the Marianas for a little while, but it's definitely back in full force now. There's Miss Marianas Earth, there's Miss NMD, now there's Miss Asia Pacific. There's so many of these things. It's hard to keep up. I guess we just have too many pretty ladies in the Marianas. We got to come up with more pageants just so that we can get all of them to stand up and be accounted for. Hey, that is not a tough problem. That's not a bad problem to have. These are beautiful young women who are intelligent and get to promote our culture and our islands and everything all over. The more the merrier. I say bring it. I love it. And hey, bring them to the show too. It definitely makes our studio look a whole lot better when they come in here too. And looking forward to it. But today, this is, excuse me, today is the first ever intimate and exclusive cultural workshop that will take place. A special gathering for only a handful of invited guests. This is for the workshop that they're going to have for the Miss NMD. So part of the Miss NMD stuff, they've got all these things. This is the opening ceremony. Yeah, it's the opening ceremony for the inaugural Chamorro Carolinian Culture, Heritage, and History Workshop. It's going to take place today, 8:30, so just a few minutes from now, up until 11 a.m. at the Multipurpose Center. And this is all happening for all the contestants for the 2026 Miss Northern Marianas Descent Beauty Pageant. So great stuff that's happening today. And Mike, again, there's so many of these activities happening for this Miss NMD. In particular, there's a lot going on. Yeah, I'll jump in there for a second, Nathan. Just sit tight. This one in particular, they've got a calendar that stretches for a long time for all these events, getting all these young ladies ready to represent, and before it leads to this big gala. It's not like some of these other ones that I've seen. And I am a casual observer. I am not the passionate pageant follower and all that stuff. So if you're expecting me to be on top of all that, like, and knowledgeable about all this stuff, ooh, you're making a mistake. But I'm doing my best to help you with it and to help promote it, because I think it's great. But again, I just don't know, you know, how they have been. But I just know that it used to be a really massive deal. They would have the one big Miss Marianas, and then it seems like that has, you know, faded a little bit. It's still there. It's still big, but it's faded from, like, it's not all over the place all the time, which I used to think it was. But then, again, Miss Earth became this big thing. And then there's this Miss NMD, and I don't know what's next. Miss Different Planets. I think Miss Earth is definitely, of all the planets, we got the best ones. Yeah. But that's it. So they're doing this full-on build-up all the way up until, I think, next year sometime when they're going to announce the winner. So it's going to be pretty exciting. All right, let's catch up. Some of you guys reaching out on different things. Nathan, he said, is there any update on the nap? All right, I got to take a sip of coffee before I jump back into that one. So, yes and no. So we, in fact, I'll whip you guys over here to the website real quick. If you guys haven't checked it out already, please do. It's the NMINewsService.com. And we're real proud of it. We're real happy about it. Whenever we go live, you're able to see it on there. But you can see that locally, there's things that happen locally and things that happen federally. Locally, we had some work from the, in fact, here, I can go. It was work that was done by the House that went to support what was happening here. Here we go. Over here on the left side, let's open that up. This was the story that we posted before the weekend. There's the House advanced the local funding flexibility and the emergency vote plan, and they ended up going through this. So they went through all this stuff. They had the emergency session on Friday, and they voted 20-0, 100%, no problem. They loved it on Friday that they pushed through that vote. Now it goes to the Senate, but the thing is, the Senate is not having a session until Friday. So we reached out to folks from the Senate, and they said that they were going to, there were some things in the bill that they put through that they're not in love with, and that they wanted to get changed, but they were going to work on that with the, between Friday, last Friday, and the session in this Friday. They were going to try to work all that stuff out, make any little tweaks and changes that they want, and put that through. Then it's going to be up to the House to go and approve that. You know, the issue with that for me is that it just doesn't seem like it's a priority. It doesn't seem like it's, and I know they're going to say, it's easy to say, well, what do you mean it's not a priority for us? That's the number one thing that we're talking about. We're working on it all the time. You just don't see it. You're right. We don't see it because there aren't any emergency sessions. You're just going on a regular scheduled session for it. I think if it was a priority and there were things that you really didn't like, I mean, how many days? And we asked these questions specifically when they had the press conference a month ago. I said, why don't you guys just go in the same room together when you're drafting this legislation? You got the House and you got the Senate. Understand there's political differences, but you're talking about serving the exact same people who are going through the exact same stuff. You know, this seems like it's pretty easy, but it from the outsider's perspective, and you could say, Brad, you're an outsider in a couple different ways. I know. But with this one, it just seems like it's just a game, and it seems like it's kind of gamesmanship to try to leverage opportunities for them to get their stuff put in, whatever their stuff happens to be. Just sit down at the same table. Like why you can't do that and get that stuff done over a couple of beers at the legislature. You're in the same friggin' building. You just one's in the front, one's in the back. In fact, you don't want everyone to see it, fine. Go on the roof and set up a little patio for you guys to sit up there and have a few beers and figure this stuff out. Why does it have to be beers? Okay, fine, it doesn't have to be beers. Do it over some chissa. But figure that stuff out together so that when they make that first draft and when it gets to the Senate, it'll sail right through. You know, how many times do you have to do it? Too many cooks in the kitchen, and I see it happening with different organizations all the time. For this one, there's definitely too many cooks between trying to get the bicameral legislature to agree on something when they're going in cold. It's like telling somebody, make me a painting. That's not enough instruction because, well, what do you mean? What kind of stuff? Just make me a painting. And then they come back, I don't like that one. Make it more blue. And then if they make it more blue, it's like, oh, well, I meant cerulean instead of periwinkle or whatever. I'm coming up with crazy names. But for this one, it makes more sense if you want to get it done. And if you really appreciate what's happening and the impact that this is having on folks, then you would work together to get that done. Why wouldn't you not want to sit in the same room? They're like, well, I think it could be a couple of different things. And one of them is because I think they have to answer to other people. They're elected leaders who are willing to make decisions. They want to go back to their little delegation and get together and say, oh, what do you think? Oh, let's do this. Let's try and sneak this in there. No, just make the right thing. Screw your delegation. Just make it work for the Senate. You serve the Senate and you serve the people. And the people that you serve aren't just from one place. When it comes to something like this with NAP, you shouldn't be messing with it. Just make the decision to get that right, the good stuff in there that needs to be in there. And if you don't like it, well, what are you doing? You're not playing a long game, especially when it comes to it seems like everybody's on the same page until it gets down to this little nitty gritty stuff. And we see it happen a lot from the same place. It seems like every contentious issue, it all gets bottlenecked in the same spot. So question is, where does your priority lie? Is it to a delegation of folks, or is it to your Commonwealth? Because there are literally people who cannot afford to eat right now, and we have a local mandate from everybody to make that work. I mean, it really feels like that the people are either waiting for the feds to figure it out so that we don't have to spend this money that we're not going to get reimbursed. And no, we'll just give it another week. Just another few days. Dude, I don't know how you could have that job and then not be working on it until it's done. And with that, the importance to be getting that done. Oh, Brad, you don't understand. There's so many other things going on. Oh, yeah, I understand that. I understand there's a lot of things going on, for sure. But the thing is that what's more important? What's more important? It's not like you're gearing up. It's not like Governor Appetang's running again, right? And you guys are working together. All of you guys are working together. Why isn't this done? Why didn't you call an emergency session? Why didn't you put this to bed? Mariah says, in all honesty, I think they're waiting on the government to open up and they will turn around and say, we were just about to release NAP. Yeah, I mean, that seems right. It does seem right, but if we have an answer right now to release some funds that could really do some good stuff, I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to do it. Oh, but we want to. Okay, why are you kicking it down the week? I mean, I think you need to get out there and hear from folks. We're out here, we live with them every day. Okay, I guess so. Maybe we're just not hearing it as loud, or maybe we're hearing it louder. I don't know. But it just seems like fake concern to me. I think the bigger concern seems to be about political control instead of the people that you serve. And I'm not telling you that that's how it is. I'm just telling you that's how it looks to me, and that's how it feels to me. And, it sucks. It definitely sucks. All right. But I appreciate all this stuff out there, all the different takes that you guys have. Hey, by the way, just because I say it doesn't mean that's how it is. And I would love to hear from you guys if you have any takes on it. And our number is 789-2323, 670-789-2323. This conversation, I think, is worth having. And I definitely think that your opinion and your thoughts on it make sense, and they make it just as important. Whether you're still living here, whether you used to live here, maybe you're just watching from somewhere else. Maybe, no, I was going to talk about another person's opinion on here, which is really funny. But it doesn't matter. It's not an argument or a debate or anything. Maybe you're like, Brad, you're full of crap. Oh, bring it. Tell me about it. Tell me what you really think, because that's not a bad thing here. Hearing the other side, hearing a different opinion. You don't have to just give me a high five and say that you like what I'm saying. Tell me that you don't like what I'm saying and you got a different opinion. That is the real conversation, right? That is the real conversation. You don't have to be polite. I mean, you don't have to say all the bad stuff, but you can at least tell me why you think it's not a good take. And maybe you got a better solution. And that's, and maybe people just need to hear it. Look, even Elon Musk, right? This guy who's looking at getting $1 trillion salary right now from his corporation. He ended up, somebody ask them a question, a regular just interviewer. Ask them a question about like, hey, you're already doing this program for this. Why aren't you doing that for the bigger one? And he just puffs. He's like, yeah, why aren't I doing it that way? All right. And then they totally change because of those kind of questions. And people have to be open to that. All right, getting back to your comments, Eric says, happy birthday shout out to Harley and Furman from Project Buddy Check 670. And thanks for all the time and dedication you give to Project Buddy Check 670. Enjoy your birthday, brothers. 2 great leaders. Yes, happy birthday, Furman and Harley. My gosh, great to see you guys. Happy birthday out there. And also on the YouTube side, earlier we got one from 671 Far From Home saying Buenas NMI and viewers. Yeah, Buenas. And then Ignacio jumping in saying, good morning, CNMI. Thank you, Run Saipan, for the great Veterans Day 5K. It was a great Veterans Day 5K. It was outstanding. Well done to you guys for putting that together. Thanks so much for doing that. Yeah, I mean that could be something else. Talking about the nap stuff, getting right back into it. Another one of your comments coming in saying, talking about the lack of action or the perceived lack of action, saying like, or could it be that they're aware of the directive from USDA that says that if states pay above 65%, they could be punished later, which includes cancellation of the federal share. Well, if they did that, I mean, at least that would make sense, right? But you would think you would want to hear something from folks about that. At least that's my business, right? My business is getting information and sharing it. And not getting information and being able to share it kind of stinks, right? It's one of the regular ongoing things. All right, jumping in here real quick, checking out your comments that came in. All right, this is going to be great. Thank you, Senator Manny. Looking forward to that. I hope we can as well. Yeah, I'm really excited about something else. We talked about this with the folks from NM Posse, a little quick switch up about getting a different guest in here from somebody who's in the mainland. And I'm excited about it because there's this company out there that is all about hot sauce. It's called Crippling Hot Sauce. I love this hot sauce. And we talked about this earlier this year. And we're building up toward getting an interview together. And just the trail went cold for a little while. But we're back on it. And reaching out to Drew Davis. He's the founder of Crippling Hot Sauce. And we're trying to get him on the show for tomorrow morning from the mainland. And this guy's story is great. It's a guy who's... suffers from, the way you see him, you wouldn't say suffer. This is a guy who has cerebral palsy. And when he was in high school, he was given a project in his class where they were to make their own business. And his theoretical business was like, hey, how about we do a hot sauce company called Crippling Hot Sauce? And it's all cerebral palsy themed and all that stuff. And he only got a B on it because his teacher said, hey, I don't think that's plausible. I don't think it's realistic, but, good effort. He's like, oh, yeah? Hold my beer. Only it wasn't a beer. And he makes his own company. And he's probably sold by this point about 1 million bottles of this hot sauce. And it's great. It's such a great story. And this guy's social media content is awesome. It's him and his best friend who founded this company. And I can't wait to have him on. And we really want to get him on for Advocacy Amplified, which is the, which is the podcast that we do with NM Posse to help them get their message out in all kinds of different forms with all kinds of different folks, different services for folks who are out there. But in particular, this one is for, we wanted to get him on that show to be a member where there's a lot of back and forth with folks from NM Posse. And by the way, this is the website that we're talking about, Crippling Hot Sauce. It's great. And this is what happens when you pop on. You get 10% off. That's Drew right there. And this guy, by the way, dude, this dude is hilarious in all the videos that he's got. he's got. And look at, these are the names. So you get 10% off just when you log in and you want to go in there. But these are the these are the names just for the parking, which is the mild version of the hot sauce. Medium is limping. Crippling agony is the hot stuff, and even hotter, it's called ghost pepper palsy. Dude, this dude is hilarious, and this is it. And so you can buy them in like packages and all this other stuff, but like that one's called special treatment. Like this is so hilarious. Oh man. And new flavors, dill with it. It's a garlic dill pickle sauce. I mean, this guy is great. Prince of Disabledness is the name of one of them. This guy is great, just absolutely great. So we're really excited about getting this guy on the show. He won't be flying out here for it, no, but he will be. We'll be doing a video call with him, and we could not be happier that we're getting closer again to getting him on the show. And the story about it, again, is just too good. Here, Drew's story right here. I'll pull that up. And this is the guy that we'll be talking to. If you fail, it's okay. If you don't, you're a legend. I love it. We'll read this out. It's like, hey, welcome to Crippling Hot Sauce. I'm Drew, and yeah, I have cerebral palsy. But let me tell you, that's just a detail of my story, not the whole plot. Life with CP, it's like living on hard mode. Every task, big or small, becomes an epic quest. But guess what? I'm here to prove that challenges are just opportunities in disguise. Cerebral palsy affects over 764,000 people across the United States. It's a condition that throws curveballs at every turn, making even the simplest of tasks feel like climbing Mount Everest. But here's the thing. I refuse to let CP define me. At Crippling Hot Sauce, we're all about rewriting the rules. Our mission? Simple. We're here to show the world that dreams don't care about your limitations. You got a goal? Dive in, give it your all, and watch the magic happen. Now, why are we different? Well, for starters, we're all about local love. From the veggies in our hot sauce to the labels on our bottles, it's all homegrown. And here's the kicker. A portion of the proceeds goes straight to kids with disabilities. So when you buy our hot sauce, you're not just adding a kick to your meal. You're joining a movement. You're supporting a dream. And most important, you're saying, heck yeah, to turning the impossible into reality. Thanks for being a part of our journey together. We're proving that impossible is nothing. Like, how do you not love stuff like this, right? I mean, this, by the way, this is awesome, great. They have a like a frequent flyer program, like a loyalty program. It's called Palsy Points. Really, this dude is a genius, and he's hilarious. So they've got all the stuff. They've got a great story, and it really just is outstanding. So we're hoping to get him on the show tomorrow morning. And if not, we're going to get him on within the next couple of days. So again, the trail, we are back on the trail again to get him on the show, and couldn't be happier about it. All right, 8:44 in the morning, and that's not a bad idea for us to check what's going on with traffic right now here in the Marianas. It is not just about what's shaking with hot sauce. It is also about what's happening with our traffic out here in the Marianas. So let's make sure that we can get you where you need to go. And we'll give it a good old refresh and see if traffic is a little bit better at the 8:45 hour here in the morning. All right, well, over there at the AK intersection, it's looking pretty good. Just a little bit of touch and go out there. Slows down a little bit over by MHS. Makes sense because that is where kids are making their way to school. School starts at 9 o'clock at the home of the Mighty Dolphins. That's right. Mighty Dolphins, indeed. All right, well, let's keep going south. It is a little bit busy over there in CK by the post office, but not too bad at all. Listen to the sound of me trying to fight through a yawn. As we get through Chalman Senior Martinez, everything's looking pretty good, even over there by Chalon Tun Joaquin Doi. Over there, folks who are heading north on the CMG up by Shell Dandan are going to find a little bit of a congestion when they get to that light. Nothing too troubling. Everything on the back road right now looking pretty good too. So you can cruise around. It's great. It's dry. It's not too hot outside. A great opportunity for you to get on that motorcycle and just rip it through Papago. Responsibly. Over there in Puerto Rico, though, a lot of traffic over there by AK and over by the Marianas Heights building. Folks trying to get in there and see what the latest vehicles are over there, I'm sure. Over there by the tennis courts / pickleball courts, it's not too bad. But there's a lot of congestion all the way between the 99-cent store and JG Sablon Water and Ice. Where it's really slow, though, is for folks heading north as they're making their way toward Garapan. Once you get past the Gualo Rye lights, it's definitely slow heading north. I mean, like really slow heading over there. So I'm not sure what's happening, but we definitely know there is a slowdown over there as well. And by the connection that matters, where connections matter, the intersection that matters. Real easy for me to say this morning. You got a little bit of folks backing up as they approach that light, and then they'll be set free. Well, you could be set free from having to worry about traffic if you just hop on the blue line with Transit CNMI. Transit CNMI providing great rides for people all over the place, and on the blue line, you could not do any better. From Toteville to the Paseo, they'll take you anywhere you need to go for just $2. Students, veterans, active duty military, Menamco, and folks with disabilities. It's only $1 to get you anywhere you need to go. And they're open Monday through Friday, 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 p.m. Weekends and holidays, 6:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. And they need you to pay an exact change because they don't have a cash register on there. You just got to pay exactly what you need. So, need $1? Go for it. $2? Go for it. If you need more information, give them a call at 236-2682. By the way, if you're in the military, if you're a veteran, you can bring your immediate family with you, and you can ride for free the whole month of November. It's the best deal in town. Transit CNMI taking care of you. And while you're on the line, that is blue. By the way, they also have great air conditioning, comfortable seats, it's clean, and free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi. That's right. Free Wi-Fi is the way to go, where you're able to crush while you're out there just sitting around and not paying attention to traffic. That's for them to do. You can just bury your face in your phone or your laptop or whatever it is that you need to do while you're on the blue line. Transit CNMI, they're an award-winning company, award-winning organization. They're taking care of us, and we love those guys too. All right, guys, we got a little bit of a sports update that we'll throw your way. And because even though we were out there doing Veterans Day stuff, there was some football happening yesterday as well to wrap up the week. So here's the latest.
Fox Sports Update.
We'll begin with Monday Night Football down to the wire at Lambeau. Eagles lead by 3 over the Packers.
3 misses over the last 2 games for McManus. Here we go. Snap was low and the kick no chance. And this game belongs to Philadelphia as they win at 10-7.
All right, not exactly an offensive explosion from either side. ESPN with the call, by the way. But again, a 10-7 win for the Eagles thanks to the McManus field goal miss. Eagles win their 7th game of the season. Devontae Smith, the only Philadelphia touchdown. Josh Jacobs, the only Green Bay touchdown. Again, 10-7, the final score.
It's Will Kane Country. Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday at foxnews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss the show. Listen and follow the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
The Giants have fired head coach Brian Dable. Offensive coordinator Mike Kafka will serve as the team's interim coach. New York 2-8 after Sunday's loss to the Bears. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow returned to practice Monday in a limited capacity. The Cincinnati signal caller hasn't played since week 2 after having surgery to repair a turf toe injury to his left foot. Burrow will not play this week in Pittsburgh against the Steelers. Still great to have him back, though.
Like I said, a lot of variables that are going to go into this, and the number one is how it's feeling and my health. So we'll just take it day by day like we have been throughout the rehab process.
All right, elsewhere, the league has suspended Deron Payne for 1 game. The Commanders' defensive lineman actually punched Lions receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown. All right, turning our attention now to college hoops. The first in-season AP Top 25 poll was released. New number 1, your Houston Cougars. They jump over Purdue to land the top spot. Baseball now, rookies of the year in each league have been announced. The A's' Nick Kurtz was the unanimous winner in the American League. Drake Baldwin of the Braves captures the award in the National League. It's Game On with the Fox Sports app, available wherever you download apps. I'm Jay Berman.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is
far
open
from the
weekdays
eyes of
from
the
8 to
world
6
is a far
and
from
8 to 4 on
ordinary
weekends.
place.
Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays
Yes,
from 8
it
to 6.
looks like an ordinary tropical paradise.
Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
It's the 12 packs of Christmas from Bud Light to you. Buy a pack here at home, win big prizes too. Gather your friends, the season is here. It's the 12 packs of Christmas from Bud Light.
The 12 weeks of cheers are on. Purchase any 12-pack of Bud Light, Budweiser, or Michelob Ultra cans now through December 19th for your chance to win a trip for two to watch your favorite NFL team live, plus weekly prizes. Details at currentcnmi.com. All right, that sounds way too sporty. I need to have a better intro for coming back in. But I've got something for you guys this morning. I want to talk about this, and we just got it emailed. We asked for it, and we want to say thanks to the folks from the Marianas Visitors Authority. Last week, you noticed that we were broadcasting live to show you their rebranding, and then we put it out, just a little piece of it. But it was really great. We reached out to them and said, hey, can we get that high-res stuff and all those videos and all that other stuff, because we want to share it with the audience. And, well, we got it. And so we're about to show that to you, by the way. So sit back and enjoy this. We're going to be in there, so let's get you on here. This is the video, and let me know what you guys think about this. I have some thoughts. They're good, though.
Far from the eyes of the world is a far from ordinary place. Yes, it looks like an ordinary tropical paradise. But under the water, there's a museum. And a giant tree holds up the sky above. The landscape is as dramatic as the history. And deep inside a mountain, there's a theater. Sailors used stars for maps, on canoes with wings. And ancient peoples made their mark. On the islands, they still call home today. And the world's deepest mystery lies just on the horizon. The Marianas, far from ordinary.
I loved that video when I saw it. When they launched it, I know you want to keep it short, you want to keep it to a minute. The only thing I was thinking is, like, if they could make a longer version of it, something that plays, like, I feel like they're missing out on some like all kinds of stuff, and go, like, you could double the length of that stuff. Why? I know, no, the more than a minute doesn't really help, but I think for like a glam piece, I love this video. I actually, it's not a critique. It's like, it's more me saying, like, I want more. It's so good. Like, it was just so well done. Got me excited about the Marianas, and hopefully that really helps us with tourism and all that stuff. But that's the new theme, is far from ordinary, and it certainly is. It is far from ordinary. We're a far from ordinary destination, and it talks about Like that really means it in a couple of different ways. It means that we're far from ordinary compared to like a regular destination, but also saying we're far from where you live, which is ordinary. We are far from ordinary, and that is just awesome. I love it. Love everything about it. I just wish there was more of it because I like it so much. I want more. I want to see more video of this, of what they're able to produce for us. Like it's just that good. It really is. And let's see if I've got that here. Yeah, let's roll through it together, by the way. This is the brand book for the Marianas. They showed this during the presentation as well. But we're going to bring this stuff to you so you guys can get through. And, it's really cool because we were able to talk about, what it is that's on here, why they went with what they went with and all that. And it's just cool. So I guess I wanted to make sure I could fit the whole thing on the screen the right way. But it is, it's just so well done. And, they were dealing with real pros to make this stuff happen too. So I really love it. All right, so anyhow, let's walk through it. This is what was released for us, and for everybody that was there, they went through and did the whole PowerPoint and the strategy behind all of it stuff too. Yeah, Luisa says, I like it. A longer version with more cultural stuff would be great. Dances, arts, and crafts were more than just our beaches. Oh yeah. Now I've seen them. I saw them while they were out there. And doing all this stuff. And you know what I like is that they used local folks in the videos too. They did, excuse me, a lot with some of their paid models that they had, but they also had folks from here, which I thought was really great. And like those interviews that they gave during with local folks, I thought was great too. And I'm hoping that they can send all that stuff to us. But this is it. Far from ordinary. A single-minded promise to inspire those who seek something beyond their ordinary lives, beyond the ordinary destinations they know, and to inspire the people of the Marianas to take pride in their extraordinary home and history. I love it. I love it. Good morning, Evelyn. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Then they talked about what they're going for, like the truth about what we've got, what the audience is looking for, and where they're going to build the platform. So this is all the reasoning about like why they did it, and it's just wonderful how they put it all together. I like Far From Ordinary, just such a great tagline for it because it's dual meanings. I like how they used all these locations throughout the Marianas. It's not just Saipan, right? You're getting folks from all over, and there's some great spots in Rhoda and then in Tinian as well, and what they're going to go for, the pillars and what they're going with, all that stuff was great. But here, let's start talking about the logos here. This one might not have it on there, but these are the 3 individual brands. And they talk about it later, about what they end up doing. But so if you look on there where it says the Marianas, there's little things in there that you might not catch. Like in the A for Marianas and all the A's in there, those are the little proas. And then you see the I is the Laddie Stone. And then the amount of waves underneath the Marianas, that's one for each of the islands, all 14. How about that? Pretty cool, right? And they're branding Saipan as the Adventure Island, Rhoda as the Nature Island, and Tinian as the History Island, which more like a World War II-ish heavy stuff on there. But then also with the House of Taga. And then Rhoda is, I mean, if you're telling me that Rhoda isn't the natural beauty island, you're just jealous of Rhoda, because it is. It's amazing. And there's all these other things to do over here in Saipan, like they said on here, diving, snorkeling, hiking, and all kinds of different experiences where you could do the beaches, the authentic culture, and World War II stuff too. You can get that a little bit everywhere, and here's how they broke it down. We're going to be posting a lot of this as well. The brand identity, all right, so here it is, the different trademarks that you got here, right? So there's the brand mark itself, Marianas, and they've got the corporate for the MVA, then you've got the destination with all the islands together, and then you've got the Far From Ordinary as well, which is really nice. And here's the alternate version, you got the blue and white, and then you got the white and blue together, so. But this is where we were talking about, where you see they point out specifically the ocean and sea life based on like how they've got it in the R, over there, pretty nice. And then the proa sail right there on all the A's, and then the laddie stone right there for the I. Just pretty cool. I love how they tried to weave in like the culture in everything that they ended up doing with this. So it is cool. I mean, I definitely like it. It can't be easy to redo it. Oh, see, you got it in every language too. They're all there. Now, what else we have? NBA. So yeah, they break them all down. They're doing it by the colors and the dimensions and everything like that. Again, it's the brand book. It's all the fancy stuff. And this is, hey, don't do this. Don't extend it. Don't change the colors and all that other stuff they've got. It's the real, hey, this is how it works. Here's like for the social media style and everything like that. Really cool. Let's see what else that we've got. You could see how they're changing some of the other events that they ended up having. And they're going to be replacing the old logos with the new stuff. And there you go. And that's it. And we're going to be bringing you like the commercials and the ads and all that other stuff. But this is exciting stuff. Definitely exciting stuff for us. All right, and let's keep going here. What else do we have? All the color palettes. Yeah, this is where you get to learn how to do all that stuff. Like you get someone like Norman Del Rosario who deals with all this stuff. These real brand specific things. The fonts that they use and everything. It's just great to be able to see it. And I love the photos that they used and that they took to use it and the talent that they used. Like, look at these. Like, these are great. Like, that, like, just talking about the things that we have here in the Marianas, like calling it a museum that's underwater. I mean, that's it, really. I mean, you're able to go in and see that World War II history like that's underwater. Like, who thinks of that? That was awesome. Then you show folks in these caves in Rhoda, and some of the buildings in Tinian. And out there on the water, the giant Tautomona tree out there in Rhoda as well. Like, these are great. And they have many different versions of it. Look at Rhoda swimming hole. And this walking along that beach over there in Rhoda as well in the bottom right, or bottom left, sorry. Like, that is just... Like, I don't know why we haven't captured that before, because that is a beautiful sight right over there. Just going in the water over there, that's not even a tourist place. Like, people don't really hang out over there, but it's gorgeous. People hang out on that little island that's over there by like the breakwater, of the by the port over there. But it is just great. It's nice to see just some other eyes from outside how they see our islands. And capturing it and doing that. So it worked out well. I love these banners that they had on the stage to really showcase like the combination of what they end up having with like showing the water and the people, and then just, again, different views, different perspectives of our islands and how they match it up together. Here's, again, this is branding stuff, but just trying to show you like the full slate of what they've got for all these things. And again, local folks who are being featured in here. That is great. I love that. And it looks amazing. They got some great shots. And then, again, these are those stand-up banners that they have, like when they go to travel expos and all those other things. Just so well done. Just well done. And wow, and just seeing the tanks from far away. That one, to me, surrounded by all that sand. I mean, that looks... The one that's really surrounded by all the sand is way out there, but judging by the way that turret is, I mean, that looks like the close one. So, anyway, we're going to be posting some of these things for you guys to see on the page and the website. But I just want to say MVA did a great job. They hired a great company in Circulate, because they did a great job with this for us. Ooh, I love this. The like the banana print pattern. Wow. I love that. I absolutely love that banana print. The little nod to the Rankins on that one. I always think about them. And then we got this new mascot. It is not a Sai Panda. It is Mira, the Dumbo octopus. Raise your hand if you've seen one. No. This is, they wanted to create something that was an ambassador for us here. And they're in the Marianas Trench is where you get this Dumbo octopus. I had never even heard of it before this. But now we got this cute little Mira, the Dumbo octopus. If you've seen one, that's awesome. We can check that out. I mean, I'm all about supporting a Dumbo octopus. I want to show you guys a real picture of one. Hold on. Dumbo octopus. And these octopi live in our waters, but just in the extreme depths. Here, let's go to it real quick. They're kind of cute looking, I guess. And if you're going to make a little cute emoji, cartoony kind of thing, there you go. So that is our new mascot. We'll see how it works. Boom. This is not the cutest version of it. But this one is not too bad. Did they have their own Facebook pages for these things? Let's find out. From Animal World. There you go. That is the Dumbo octopus because the big ears, I guess, that are probably also flaps and help with locomotion. And this one's sticking its tongue out for the camera. That's great. Anyway, get back to that brand book. Get down to, there we go. The meaning is wonder or marvel in several languages and phonetically similar to Marianas. Mira is neither male or female. Well, I don't know. You got the flowers over the ear. I think that probably narrows it down. The Dumbo octopus is a natural ambassador for the Marianas. It's far from ordinary. It's a creature inhabiting the Marianas Trench at the depths of up to 13,000 feet, the deepest known for any octopus. How about that? Mira embodies the mystery and wonder of the deep as well as the mystery and wonder of the islands. Ooh, personality. Ooh, it's got a personality too. Mira embodies the natural curiosity that real Dumbo octopuses display. Octopi? Octopuses? Where'd he go? Anyway. Inquisitive and encouraging of others to explore the Marianas' many wonders. Mira moves with the fluid grace characteristic of her species. Ooh, lovely. A protective guardian. As a representative of the ocean environment, Mira serves as a gentle protector of marine life and advocate for ocean conservation. Okay, there you go. That's cute. I like it. Yeah, saying it's neither male or female, when you got the little flowers over the ear, I think that's kind of tipping your hand a little bit, Mira. But either way, I like it. You need to have a cute little... I'm just looking. One of the comments that just came in, bring back Sai Panda. And the second part I won't repeat. Hey, I'll tell you, Sai Panda I thought was hilarious. It made sense for the Japanese market. It really did. I know it did not bring a lot of love from a lot of folks, but Sai Panda worked for the Japanese market. It did. So Mira, all right, she's our Mira Scott for it, and I think that's going to be cool. Get the emojis going. We'll get the stickers, the little plushies and all. There you go. Look at that. There's some Mira things. It'll be great. Call it for running events. Call it the Marathon, the Saipan Marathon. So cute T-shirts and all that other stuff. They should, the Marianas Visitors Authority should offer a free round trip to Saipan, including your food and your accommodations and your transportation while you're here, for the first person from Korea or Japan or China, whoever you want to target, the first one to get a Mira tattoo. And it can't just be the size of a quarter. I don't know how big the tattoo's got to be, but it's got to be big. The first one to get a big Mira tattoo. I know that tattoos are generally frowned upon in Japan. If it says that you might have some ties to some other folks. But that's it. How about that? The first cute mirror tattoo. Yep, the first cute mirror tattoo gets that. And like, we should reach out to the Marianas variety and ask them to do a car wrap. So they do that. One of the products that they do, they put wraps on cars. Definitely need to get a mirror car or a truck from MVA. Get them all mirrored out, the new logos and all that stuff. You know, that would be really cool. Oh, Travis says he'll do the tattoo. Yeah, but, and by the way, Travis, if you do it, you're going to have the easiest round trip airfare to Saipan. So they could do that for you if you end up doing it. Hold on. Oh, come on. Let's go here. WhatsApp. I got someone else who says, I'll commit to a mirror tattoo. Harry the Dumbo Octopus from the Marianas Stretch. I'm glad that the last word of the last vowel is an A. Well done. Well done. All right. Well, that is the brand book over here. We've got that. We're going to be posting a lot of that. But this clip of the video where that person's walking by the moss-covered laddie, wow, just that tactile, that feel and that mental picture of what it would feel like to drag your hand across that laddie. It's just awesome. That worked. Anyway, again, these are some more of the branding guidelines and everything like that. Some of the other things that are out there, the things that they're going to end up using. It's great. I love it. I love the shirts. They were on display at the event. Everyone was wearing the new branded shirts. These things look good. Bag tags. Wow, this would be great. I would love to get Far From Ordinary bag tags for sure, and have people ask me, where is it from? That would be. I would love to represent the islands by having those bag tags wherever we go, and that would be something for folks to put those in the hands of folks who travel a lot from here for sure. And when they have raffles and all that other stuff for people to get it. Yep. Oh, I'd love the hats. Hopefully they get some good hats like that too. The shirts look dope. These are USB sticks. Yeah, and here's the big pull-up banners. They just look awesome. They probably look good on screen, but in person, they look amazing. They really do. You got to give it to MVA. They killed it with this one. They did a great job. Just absolutely love it. Now we can't see. Yeah, this is what our displays are going to look like. Again, this is just a mock-up of what our displays would look like in different travel expos and everything like that. So well done. Well done, well done. Love it. They don't have that many followers, though, I don't think. Maybe they do. But anyway, this is great. I love all this. It's all outstanding, and we look forward to seeing more. Well done, MVA. Knocked it out of the park. Just awesome. You picked the right partner to do this, and they just crushed it and represented our islands well. I mean, you couldn't be happier. You could not have done better with all that stuff. So hats off to you guys, MVA. Well done, well done, well done. I give them a bunch of crap, and I say that because I hear it from them. Why give us a hard time? But I love MVA. It's the best job in the Marianas. That when you get to market the place where you live, is there anything better? Like, if you love where you live, that's the best job, because you get to tell people why it's a great place to be. And just like the guys here from CETA, like Derek, when they go out, they get to tell people why it's a great idea to invest in our place. So you're actively trying to improve our economy and by extension, the quality of life for everybody who lives here. Like, those are two great spots to be, with CETA and with the MBA. They got the best job. We're going to watch that video one more time before we get out here and call it a day, because I just love this. It is great, and they deserve it. Hold on. We're going to go full screen again, and pretty much after that, we're going to call it a day. So let's get this ready for you guys here. This is the new marketing video for the Marianas.
Far from the eyes of the world is a far from ordinary place. Yes, it looks like an ordinary tropical paradise. But under the water, there's a museum. And a giant tree holds up the sky above. The landscape is as dramatic as the history. And deep inside a mountain, there's a theater. Sailors used stars for maps, on canoes with wings. And ancient peoples made their mark. On the islands, they still call home today. And the world's deepest mystery lies just on the horizon. The Marianas, far from ordinary.
Yeah, that's it. Like, as a kid growing up on the East Coast, we got bombarded by come to Jamaica, visit Jamaica, and all that stuff. So Jamaica had their brand. This is what we needed. We needed a real brand video that they can launch and run as an ad. And that's it. We really needed something like this. Now, hopefully, they've got a few more wrapped up, in the chamber, so that we can use those as well. So that this one will eventually, get stale. But hopefully, the plan is that because they did those cuts so fast, so hopefully they have so much footage that they can draw out some of the other ones and do more with them. It was awesome. Love it. Look forward to seeing more of it. Just great stuff, man. Just great stuff. Speaking of great stuff, we had great stuff today. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for Good Morning Marianas. I want to say thanks to everybody who's watching here from the CNMI. And all you guys who are out there elsewhere in the world. I know there's folks out there in the mainland who are watching, sending me some of the funniest comments too. And boy, what a great life it is. It's a beautiful day out here. We're looking at a great one today, and hopefully you guys can make the most of it. After having a sweltering day yesterday, it's 85 degrees out here in Saipan right now. We're looking at mostly sunny skies throughout the day, a high near 87, and a nice easy wind to kind of cut the heat off of that. Humidity's at 77% right now, so it's actually going to be pretty nice throughout the day. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for supporting all of our sponsors. And thanks to IT&E for making sure that we have the fastest internet possible in the Marianas. Gotta love it, and gotta love the regular service and support that we get from you guys. So you guys have a great day. Have a wonderful one. We'll be back again tonight, Off the Hill, with Marissa Flores. My gosh, that's going to be a big one tonight. So we'll see you tonight. There'll be a live broadcast coming right here from our studio, and we hope that you'll be here with us. So take care. Have a great day. We'll see you later tonight when that one comes on. So we'll see you later. Take care.
Wake up, sunshine, it's a brand new day. Brad's got the stories that'll light your way. Take a smile on his face, he's ready to share. Good morning, Marianas. Feel the love in the air. Good morning, Marianas. Come join the fun. Together we'll shine like the morning sun.
With the waves crashing in, hear the oceans call. Brad brings the news that connects us all. From the islands to the world, coast to county wish. Good morning, Marianas, the best time of year.
Good morning, Marianas. Let's start the day. With laughter and stories.